Hello everyone. Oh man, back at it again with the Quiet Man. So, the last time I played this game, I finished the standard playthrough, which is in the tradition of this game, with muffled or no audio or no subtitles, none of that stuff. Making the story a very, very confusing mess as to what was going on. Seemed like everybody else could understand what was going on in game, even the character who was supposedly deaf. But everyone but the player. Well, once you beat the game, you unlock the answered playthrough. And the answered playthrough is the game with dialogue and subtitles. So as you can see, I've already gone through the game. Takes approximately 3 hours. So now we got this new option here to play the game with dialogue, as you can see. So, without any further ado, let's get right into it. Because this is 3 hours. I want to get done and over with. This game stinks. The last time I played this game, I played it on the hard difficulty. It wasn't really that hard. Outside of a couple of confusing boss fights, it wasn't really that hard. So this time I'm just gonna save myself any grief. Hey, what's up, dude? Thanks for coming by. This time I'm gonna just save myself from any grief. I'm just gonna play it on the standard difficulty. It's like either easy or hard. I'm gonna play it on easy because I've already gone through it on hard. There's nothing to take away from it. So I will actually stay quiet for most of the game. Because now we actually get dialogue. Yeah, this is the gameplay is like filler for the movie that this actually is. But now that this is the answered playthrough, I will actually stay quiet for most of the cutscenes, which is probably a good chunk of the game. Because that's what most of the game is. But yeah, now we're allowed to actually hear what the people are saying in the cutscene, so... Although this initial cutscene starts off with dialogue, even in the standard playthrough. Like, you can hear him talk to the street meat vendor, and you can hear the gangster talking to him, and then the game goes muffled. So we'll be able to hear beyond that now. As for the gameplay itself, well... It's the Quiet Man. It's not great.
The savages are out to like it. Be careful.
So yeah, in the original playthrough, that's like one of the only things we've heard in the entire game. It was like that, and a line of dialogue from some gangsters or something that he encounters in a alleyway. And now we get to hear beyond that, hopefully.
Eres un jotil. Este puto. Este puto. No, this vato cut steps to my lady, my vieja, and says, me lo pelas. Lo chingué. Lo chingué, pero bien.
No subtitles for that? Really? Oh, is it quiet?
Yo! Wrong address, dog! No one ordered no chow!
Is that better?
What the hell, man? You stupid or very stupid? said.
So yeah, this cutscene always throws me off because he points to his ear and makes it sound like he can't hear.
The case. Be smart.
Oh, here's the dialogue. Yeah, he points to his ear like he's deaf, but he talks to characters later on in the story. This cutscene, I would always refer to it as like a major point of confusion. So, yeah, the gameplay itself, I think we all know what's coming of this. You mash the square button, and that's the whole game. Also, we can actually hear the bone crunching now, because before everything was muffled. Now we can actually hear guys getting punched. Oh, he's still twitching his eyes. Come on. But yeah, it's like you mash the square button and that's the whole game. But at least I can take more than 4 hits now.
The case.
And yeah, I think I mentioned this before, but this is basically the gameplay of the Quiet Man. You mash the square button. Oh, what the hell was that? You mash the square button, and that's it. I mean, there's a kick on triangle, there's a grab on circle, but you don't need it. You just mash the square button. You might occasionally press the X button to, like, do a little dodge or something. Maybe. But most of the time, you really are just pressing one button.
Yeah, I did it. Saw 33 for life. What the fuck you looking at, huh? Little bitch. Uh-huh, that's what I did. Saw 33 for life, homie. This is what I represent. Homie, yeah. Homie, what the fuck you looking at, huh?
Oh my god, that's so stupid. Really? I actually wish I didn't hear that dialogue now, because that's really dumb. Oh. It's actually worse with the dialogue on. Yep, this is the whole game. You mash the square button. Because the combat is just so brain dead. Like I said before, the game feels like filler for the story, but the story is not very good. He's just got this blank expression on his face. Like, look at him, he doesn't care. And he just walks out of the room like a robot. Oh, man. This game. Even with the dialogue, it's not any better. The only difference is it's just not muffled anymore. I don't know if being able to hear the game is actually going to make it better.
You guys know the girl I'm talking about, right? You see her last week, remember? And she did the so she can get this. She's in my car, all right? I'm talking. She doesn't know when to. Hey.
These are some selective subtitles.
You know, if you were anybody else, you would not get in here dressed like that. No, not nice. A tailored three-piece is nice. Okay, this is ghetto, white ghetto. Shows you got no respect for yourself or Tay. Plus, man, look, you got blood all over you.
So he can clearly hear that. He's not deaf. Yeah, he's not deaf.
After his dry clean, yo. Crazy motherfucker.
Oh, you think this is bad? You should have seen it when there was no dialogue, and you just couldn't understand what was going on. This is the second playthrough. We actually get to hear what's going on now.
Early riser. Extra credit on your report card, Dane.
Prefer extra cash.
He speaks! He's not deaf! He
Did you bring
speaks! I told you! God, I hate this game. Oh, Lord.
Oh. Who's a good boy? You definitely get something extra under the tree.
If he can hear him, why do ASL? Oh my god, this game.
Soul 33. Punks. They in the mood to rattle cages. Make some big boy noise. I should have put them Dominican bastards down years ago. But they ain't worth the price of a bullet. Come on. They got lucky and popped the wrong courier. They're not trying to move on us. Third stringers all the way. Okay. Tough guy, huh? We just have to put him to the top of the list of assholes we gotta deal with.
Look at these shoes, aren't they nice?
Come on, man, give me my shoes.
No. Look at these shoes.
Like, I think they talked to him
Come on, man. It doesn't
like
Come on.
well, in the standard playthrough, when you can't hear anything, that sign language is all that we
Of
got.
course not.
But he's clearly not deaf.
Fat enchilada was in his space, he'd be putting his head on
So-
his table instead of my product.
It doesn't make sense that ESL is used, or ASL,
these days,
sorry, that ASL is
motherfucker,
used
he's
at
gonna
all.
Pay for what he did.
Because he can talk. He can hear. He can listen. He can engage in a conversation without ASL, so it doesn't make any sense to me.
Meanwhile, fan mail for Lala. Third one this month. Give a look.
I don't know, this game and its interpretation of hard of hearing makes very little sense to me.
No. I'm not concerned. Somehow, this shit keeps getting into her dressing room. I know it's part of the path to stardom and all, but
You talked
Someone-
earlier, don't... Whatever.
security. She's smart. Knows I'm trying to protect the rising star from a fan. But she ain't seen this shit for her own sake, you know? She's been quiet lately. I know it's ironic telling you this, but she hasn't sung for weeks. Plays the hell out of the piano. Maybe she does know. Maybe it's just her artsy mojo thing ain't working, whatever. Look, I'll take care of this asshole myself, but I gotta keep my head on business. Which means I'll roll to Chi-Town tonight.
Chi-Town? Like Chinatown? Who calls it Chi-Town? Oh, Chicago, okay.
My soldiers are competent, but loud. I don't want to upset Lala. The only guy I trust to take care of my number one girl is my number one guy.
That is one hell of a point.
Handle it.
Like, okay, like, he can, like... He talks to him with sign language, but then he turns his back and talks to him with his voice. Like, I don't understand. Like, if he was really deaf, the last thing you would want to do is turn your back to someone and speak to them with, like, your back turned. Oh, man. I guess it was meant to make sense in the deaf playthrough, but it makes even... It didn't make sense then, it makes even less sense now. I don't know. I don't think anybody sets out to make a bad game intentionally. I just don't... That's what I think it is. I think it's trying to be deep. It's trying to be, like, subversive or something, but it's not really working. Like, it's just confusing and, yeah, it's misguided. It's like they wanted to experiment with a storytelling style where, oh, what if the player couldn't hear anything? And it's like, okay, but the characters in the game can clearly hear everything, so why does a player have to be deaf? And then with this playthrough, where we can hear everything, it makes even less sense.
Mateo, been looking for you.
Oh, time to tap the square button. If this was a movie, I don't think it would be received very well. I think a lot of the complaints of the storytelling would carry over, even if it was a movie. Oh, that guy just appeared out of nowhere. Oh, that guy just clipped right through the little fence thing. Let me just mash the square button, as usual. He's just doing the same thing over and over again. It's so bad. Also, we beat up this guy already.
The only thing you understand. You never listen. That is what you understand. Fucking stupid, crippled bastard. I can scream and you don't hear me. This whole thing is your fault. Ah! Everything. It always has been your fault. Everything. Yours.
That guy's a terrible actor. Like, this scene was a lot more disturbing when I didn't hear what he was saying, because he's not very good at yelling. But, like, okay, so he is supposed to be deaf? So he is supposed to be deaf. Why is he able to talk to people then? And you'll see it later in the story. He talks to people more often later on in the story. I have no idea. I don't see a hearing aid in his ear. Because they usually stick out like a sore thumb. Like, no offense. They're usually not very subtle. I wonder what would happen if I just tapped the square button. Like, instead of, like, oh... No, okay. Alright. Tap the L2 button and just take care of it. Fine. Oh, that face. He looked like he was holding in a particularly nasty fart there. Oh, yeah, if you've seen the game the first time without the dialogue, you don't get the crunching sound effects. It's just like this muffled noise. But again, I just want to reiterate, people talk to him like he's not deaf, and he can totally understand. And he does talk to other characters, so he can clearly, I mean, he can hear, and it's just super conflicting with what the game's themes are.
Tonight? We're good?
Yeah. Is there no change of plans from your BF?
Nope. He's headed on his way over right now. And then he's in the air. And you're on.
Doesn't make it sound like it's a goddamn show.
It is. The greatest performance of my career. The night I was kidnapped.
Last chance to change your mind.
Never. I'll see you tonight.
Well, if we plan this right, then you won't.
Dane's here.
Yeah, I had a feeling I saw him a few blocks away. He had some trouble with Isaac's asshole squad.
I thought you took care of them.
I took care of our part. Dane. You know, Dane's his own thing.
Yeah, tell me about it. Tay's almost here. Be careful.
All right, you too.
Okay, so this requires a little bit of explanation. At the end of the original story, at the end of the first playthrough, we find out that she actually set herself up to be kidnapped by one of the other major characters in this game. We don't get to figure that out until the very end of the game. But now that we're on the second playthrough, we can clearly hear that conversation, and it's a lot more obvious. Also, what did the camera just do? Oh, jeez. So yeah, her kidnapping is totally a setup. And if you haven't seen that, I mean, I have the other playthroughs up on YouTube, if you really want to see it. But we're not supposed to know that the first time. Because this is the second playthrough, now we more clearly understand that. Still really don't know why she wants to be kidnapped, but alright.
Lala. Baby. Tall glass of iced tea's taking flight. Come down and say goodbye.
And if I beg you not to go?
The flowers will go to waste.
That would be a shame.
Yeah, her face didn't translate too well to this game.
You're in a mood? Come on, La. It's 2 days.
I could go with. There are plenty of record companies in Chicago.
Nah, that ain't your sound. Chicago ain't your town. Look. I called some people. People that know people.
This
When they
game
come about
was
the club, I
only
swear.
published by Square Enix.
Look at
It
the
was
way you
developed
sing.
by a studio
Hey.
called Human
You gonna be a
Head.
singer if you don't sing anymore. Okay.
Yeah, it's not actually a Square Enix developed game.
Artistic license. I just miss that beautiful voice, you know.
I think Human Head actually does have games that people like. This is just not one of them, though.
God damn it, I hate when you pull that ninja shit.
Shows you suck at guarded bodies, Babcock. Sup, Dane? Excuse me. Get rid of that. We're officially on the next level.
I'll keep looking.
No. You on La La like glue now. Fanboy shows his face. You show him to the boiler room for a little talk when I get back.
Yeah.
Like, he's clearly talking. They're clearly having a conversation.
Will be money.
And,
Dane rides with La La.
Why?
he's got his back turned to him and he's talking and he
Because
understands.
he's too lazy to walk. It's okay.
Man, he really doesn't like that Babcock guy.
Sorry. You never heard of ladies first. Be good while I'm gone, Songbird?
Sure your boys will see to that.
I never win. Never. Take him straight to the club. No stops. Oh. There's an eyes on La. She get in mind to wander off by herself when I'm gone? Remind her where she belongs.
I saw you outside. Outside my apartment? What were you doing there? Sweeping the perimeter? Securing points of egress? Spying on me?
Just work.
My fan.
Maybe he's called
You
the
wouldn't notice
Quiet
that.
Man because he doesn't talk a lot.
Take it slow
I don't
when he's
know.
angry. Is there anything I should know?
You're safe.
I actually believe you. Though I don't know why I should. You don't look like Tay's typical bodyguard.
I'm not.
What makes you special?
Not special. Committed. I'm not a boy anymore.
I'm not a boy anymore. Not sure what that's supposed to mean. But yeah, he can engage in a conversation. He can't be that fucking deaf. It's so confusing. It's so confusing when you play it the first time and, like, we can't hear anything, but he's talking to people. I feel like I've said this a million times already. It's so confusing. Like, we never, ever, ever get an extent to how deaf he actually is. If he even is. And, again, this answered playthrough isn't really making that any easier to figure out. It's like, yeah, we actually get to hear what they're saying now, which is nice, I guess, but it doesn't really explain, you know, the whole point of the Quiet Man. Unless it does later, but it's doing a terrible job of doing that right now.
How's everyone doing tonight? Welcome to Club Moonrise. And thank you for indulging me in a little musical escape from the world. play with Mama, dear.
Oh, and this is another thing I could never get over. Why does his mom and his girlfriend look exactly the same? Like, it almost looks like they used the same actress for his mom as they did for his girlfriend. And it's really, really, really weird.
Hermanos, de Sol 33. Dale duro!
Isaac says hi, shithead.
I'm not sure this is, like, shot very well.
Come on, asshole! Asshole!
Oh. Back to gameplay. Guess what we get to do now? We get to mash the square button! Yeah! Mashing the square button! Because this game's combat is just so great! And like I said, I know I'm playing on the easier difficulty, but like... I already played the game on the hard difficulty. If you would like to see me play the game on hard difficulty, you can do that on my YouTube channel, where I uploaded parts 1 and 2 of this game already. And it's pretty much the same thing. You're still just mashing the square button. I mean, you might press the L2 button every once in a while, but yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. So, easy and hard, there's not a whole lot of difference. I think it's just, like, the amount of hits you take. On hard mode, you can only take 4 hits. So, for this second playthrough, I figured I'm not going to do that again. Just make this as quick and painless as we possibly can. And yeah, the transitions from, like, live action to in-game graphics, they try to make them seamless, but I'm not sure graphics in video games are quite there yet. Oh, let me hit the L2 button. Now I can launch them. Like, when I say the only button you press is a square button, like, I'm not joking. It's like, oh my god, the camera doesn't know what to do. It's like, you press L2 to enter focus mode, and then you just keep tapping the square button like a mindless buffoon. That's really all there is to the game, even on hard mode. It's no different on hard mode. Oh, you said the transition was nice. I thought you said it wasn't nice. Oh. Yeah, I don't think the transitions are that great. Like I said, I don't think games are quite there yet. They're getting closer, but not quite. Oh, that's a run animation. Time to press the square button some more. Oh, I hit the X button once. Oh, I hit the X button again. Wow, buttons that aren't the square button. Amazing. And then this guy's just posing over here. Let me just hit the L2 button and make that completely redundant. Oh, here's the best part of the game. There it is. The best part of the whole game. Oh, that's great. I think I made that the thumbnail for the first VOD. And I know that's a GIF that goes around on, like, Twitter every once in a while. So yeah, okay, just to kind of go over this again, the general gist of combat is you mash the square button, and if a guy is actually blocking, you press the L2 button, then you press the square button. That's all there is to the combat. Like, there really isn't much else to it. Like, you can press other buttons, but they just don't matter. Oh my god, he looks so robotic in the cutscene. Like, he just doesn't emote in the cutscene.
You failed.
Wait, he was hit upside the head with a baseball bat? And he wasn't knocked unconscious?
Where's the girl? Yo, this is war. Call him.
More than that.
There's more reason to call him. What are you waiting for?
A stalker? It's him.
Don't make sense. Soul 33 wants to puff at their chest. They grab machetes, they start chopping away. Why would Isaac get in on his freaky fan shit?
Lock down the club.
What the hell are you doing? We gotta strike back. I'll call him. I don't sign, man. What do we do?
I'll get her back. Then we go to war. Clear?
I just don't get...
That was my car.
I just don't get why it goes back and forth between talking to people and sign language. I just don't get it. It makes even less sense than in the first playthrough.
Gather the useless fuckers we call a crew and meet me at Moonrise. Turn this shitbox around. Trip's canceled. What's Dane doing?
Yeah, it just makes, like, honestly, in a weird way, this makes less sense. This isn't really answering a whole lot. It's, I've still got questions.
The animals in the zoo for now.
Yep, that's a run animation. Oh great, more gangsters. They're not doing anything, but let's beat them up anyway. I really don't like those screen overlays. I can never tell what's going on with those overlays. Like, it's trying to be stylish, but I genuinely cannot tell what's going on. I can't focus. Not that there's much need to focus, I'm just tapping the square button, but still. Okay, was that it? Oh, yeah. More guys, I guess. Oh, the camera, like, slowing down like that is really disorienting. And it's, like, shaking and slowing down. It's not good. I can just do the same light punch over and over. It doesn't... Oh god, I thought the game froze for a second. Oh no. He's just beating these guys up now. I don't think this is...
Boys and girls, this is Ash. Look, if I have not made myself...
It's not getting any closer to the girl.
Remain outside of Sol 33 domain for now until I say otherwise. We're just going off a chatter right now. I don't want the whole goddamn ACLU up our dicks just because we infringe someone's right to be an asshole. So hang tight. If I need you, you drop like the hammer of hell. Ash out.
I don't even know who Ash is. They didn't that's new. They didn't say who that was in the first playthrough. Who's Ash? Oh, more guys to beat up. Again, I don't think this is getting him any closer to the girl. At this point, I think this is just revenge for the one guy who shot his mom. Which, if you saw the original playthrough, it's not quite accurate. So we'll find out later in the story. Yeah, at this point, he's basically... I think he's just got a vendetta against the one leader of this gang or whatever. And if I recall correctly, he was a pain in the ass, because you had to, like, dodge specific moves and counter him and stuff. And whether you actually pull off a counter move, it feels really random. So you'll press the X button, then you'll press the square button to counterattack, and, like, 7 or 8 times out of 10, it'll just come out as a normal move. But, like, those other 2 times out of 10, it might come out as the actual cinematic counter. Because this game is just so good. It's so good.
Hey, you take a look at this face. Memorize it. This girl's off limits, you understand? No matter what happens tonight. Tell your little amigos that if they even see her, they're supposed to run in the opposite direction. Got me? Hey, you don't believe me? You take it up with Isaac.
Are you proud of yourself? Do you understand the depths of what you've done? What are we supposed to do now? Now that you've killed your mother.
Oh, I see. So, in the original playthrough, it makes it look like he's just counseling him after his mom died. But now it makes it sound like, the cop thinks that he killed his mom. I don't think I like that as much.
We don't need words.
I'm sorry, I am fairly convinced that his mom and his girlfriend are the same fucking actress.
What do you think you're the hero now, Dane? When have you ever been anything but the villain?
So guess what we do in this boss fight? So you tap the L2 button and you go to town on him. And then when he starts blocking again, you tap the L2 button, and you mash the square button again. Enough just how incredibly boring the combat is. Even on the hard difficulty, it's no different. It plays exactly the same, you just take less hits. Oh, more gangbangers again. He's zipping all over the place like it's Batman or something. Except not anywhere near as good as a Batman game. Oh no, this guy knows how to block. I wonder what the solution could possibly be. Oh god, he looks like Adam Sandler. Let me just hit the L2 button. Press the square button over and over again. There's like no depth to the combat at all. It might as well just be a movie. Like, straight to TV movie or something. I swear I beat these guys up in this exact same room already. Okay, that's the cinematic super. Like, that's what's supposed to happen with the encounter, but that rarely ever works.
Where is she?
You're a dead man. Isaac's gonna kill you.
Where is she?
Jesus, what are you talking about? I don't know. Oh, no, shit. Oh.
That doesn't look very painful. He's just stepping on his ankle.
Going in hot. Move, move. NYPD, nobody move.
Wait.
What the hell? Somebody call Ash.
NYPD? I thought this was in Chicago. What, is this not in Chicago? What is going...
Jesus Christ, you guys couldn't find your handcuffs if they were clamped on your own fucking dicks. Move! I want you to get Isaac. All right, listen, sources say the house is clear, okay? For now. But I want you to move. I want them all. Cuffed and stuffed. I don't care what it takes. Assault 33 no longer exists after tonight.
Yeah, but I am you. I pop up one, and I pop again. OG Thug, homie, OG Thug. Yeah. No, 33 for life.
OG Thug.
OG Thug, homie, these fools can't handle me. That's right. Yeah.
Stop. Not you. Revenge is mine. Dane?
Why are you looking for Lala?
Where is she?
Just tell me. No games. What's going on, Ash?
Do you want to know what's going on? It's the same bullshit that always takes place when you and Tay and Isaac get together. Except now your little pissing contests are starting to lead to innocent people getting hurt. So again, let me ask you, where is she?
Again. Why do you care?
Fuck, Dane, I am just trying to keep her safe. I just want to take care of her.
I'll keep her safe.
Give me a fucking break. Are you serious? Because every goddamn thing that you have ever touched has always turned to shit. It always has. Everything. And your little quiet man? Yeah, he's not gonna save your ass tonight.
Wait, so the Quiet Man is a character?
Okay, Lieutenant?
Oh, that is a sour face. Oh my god! Oh, that is so funny with the audio. Oh my god. Oh, that was unintentionally hilarious.
No, listen to me. It's Dane. The stalker is Dane. Oh, come on, man. Come on. You don't get it.
So that was another thing that never made sense to me, is like, is he the quiet man, or who is, like, is he a figment of his imagination? At least that's what I thought in the first playthrough. They show who the stalker is at the end of the game, but it's not him. They never really explain him, Dane, and his whole deal. I don't think they ever really explained that on the first playthrough, so maybe we'll finally get an answer for that. I'm sorry. That is so much fucking funnier with the audio on. Oh, he sounds like Angry Joe or something. Oh my god. But yeah, like, the game explains who the stalker is, but they never explain Dane's dual personality or whatever. Also, guys just waiting for us to get off the train. Okay. Even though these guys were all apparently arrested, I guess not. It's like I said in the first playthrough, the gameplay feels like filler for, like, the rest of the story. Like, the game itself feels like filler. Just gonna be doing the standard 5-hit combo string, because that's all this game is. Didn't I just punch these guys in the face? Really? Like, the strategy, as I've explained before, is the same for every single one of these guys. If the guy is blocking, you hit L2 and then you mash the square button. But for everyone else, you just mash the square button. There's really no depth to it at all. This might as well just be a movie or a TV show or something. Not a very good one, but the gameplay just... it's so inconsequential. There's nothing to it. Even on hard mode, there's nothing to this gameplay at all. Really hate these overlays so much. You want to know how I did that? I mashed the square button. Nothing fancy, I just mashed the square button and it happened. Oh, they probably thought that was so cool when they did that. Check out this Matrix 1999 slow-mo effect. Yeah, like his in-game model shows next to no emotion. He looks like a robot. All these like cinematic shots that would be cool are totally disrupted by the camera angles and the enemies who frequently walk into them. And yeah, it's an awkward transition to go from a fight to an elevator to smack dab in the middle of the room, you're right. I think this is like the first real boss battle? At least I would consider this to be the first real boss battle. It's just kind of a pain in the neck.
Isaac!
No need to yell, Dane. I ain't the deaf one.
You're a dead man.
Jesus, this mask is stupid. We're both done playing games.
So why did he have the mask in the first
place? You know what I like the best about you, Dane? You can't hear a fucking word I say. I could beat the living shit out of you. Tell you how much of an idiot you are. And always have been. And you can't hear a word of it.
But he can hear things. We know that already. We know he can hear people. He can engage in conversations without sign language. We know this. So yeah, you can't do any damage to him unless it's a counterattack. And like I said, it only works like 2 out of 10 times. Like, it's very, very finicky. So this fight really sucks.
You know that you're deaf? But did you also know that you're blind?
Did you know you're blind?
Because if you weren't, you would have seen everything. Your mother, Tay, your father. Well, that's the best part, isn't it? Dear old dad.
Yeah, like, you'd think the counterattack would work there, but no, it does not. So, it just ends up becoming extremely awkward, like this. We just end up walking around in the room, waiting for him to do something. And, yeah, he doesn't take any damage. Like, this is a terrible boss fight. Also, really, that telegraph, seriously? sorry. I'm having so much fun laughing at this game. Oh, I'm actually getting hurt now. Okay. Oh my god, this game. Although I do realize this is like the one time we actually get to hear the soundtrack. Oh, ow. Okay, I'm actually hurt. Cool. Just do this over and over again. It's so boring. Oh, now I get to punch the shit out of it. Okay.
I understand it now. Blindness. And I can tell you because, well, we're such good old friends, aren't we? That what's happening to you is also what's happening to me. You're blinded by grief. Me, by ambition.
And we're still fighting for some reason. Oh boy, this battle sucks.
After I'm through with you, somebody.
Can't even move the camera. Like, this is so terrible. Okay, I was dodging out of the way. That's baloney. Come on, do something. Come on. Come on. Oh, this boss fight sucks.
We don't need words.
Yeah, I always thought that was like, Hogto, that's Ken! Like 100 crack fist or something, but I don't know.
It's over.
I hope so. We didn't come as far to die here. Let's go.
All being played. Deaf and blind. Deaf and blind.
He's not deaf, though? characters call him deaf, but he can clearly engage in a conversation.
Lala!
Yeah, I don't think they did a great job with her model overall. Oh, that looks so awkward.
Go. Safe. Safe.
I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm gonna get a chance to tell you. But this thing is so much bigger than me.
Run.
Why don't you think?
You're the only one who really hears me.
Bird in a cage doesn't sing.
Just as trapped as I am.
You know what else is flat? Is this acting? But I'm sorry. But again, how could a deaf person have a conversation like that if he's deaf?
There are penalties for treason, soldier.
No, Dane. He saved me. Okay, Dane saved me.
Jezebel speaks with poison. Tongue. So let her words form deaf ears. Tell me it was for the club. Or money. I would almost respect that. Please tell me that you did not pull me into a fake war with Isaac over a woman.
No, he was helping me. Okay, we're not.
You forget your place, girl? Isaac might have been crazy, but at least he faced me when you tried to fuck me.
No, no! Dane.
Move.
It was me. I planned this. Dane had nothing to do with it, okay? Please. Please.
Take this piece of shit back to the club. We'll figure what's going on there. Move.
blood.
I don't know, this story still isn't making a whole lot of sense. Like, it's been like an hour, like halfway through the answered playthrough, and I still don't really get it.
Life's a bullet crazy, isn't it? Sometimes she steals everything from you, and other times you get a second chance to save the one you love. Even if she's been gone forever.
All I wanted was a life with that woman. I don't think she was ever really with me. It's like you were born and the world just stopped. And the day the sun went out, because of you. I will never forgive you for what you took away from me.
It's natural. He created this quiet man to manifest his feelings. He needs an outlet for the pain, the guilt.
Why?
Because he doesn't speak to you evidently.
No. Why does he need an outlet for the pain? He deserves it. Every inch.
So wait, is that like his dad or something? His abusive dad? I still don't get it. Why is he so fucking mean to him? Does he really think that he killed his mom? Like, was he his dad? I don't know.
You know I've been following you for years, Dane. Watching you and your friend climb the ranks, build Moonrise. I could never get close, you know, not close enough. And then there she was, man, like a fucking vision, you know? I mean, I took it as a sign. I mean, shit, it was literally like Lorraine's calling me from the grave. You know, like she's calling for revenge. And Isaac, I've been tracking him since juvie. You know, couldn't move in on him, too many eyes on me. But right when he became capital of Salt 33, right, started that beef with Tay's crew, that's when I saw my opportunity. I could kill two assholes, one bullet. I'll give you a guess who the bullet is. Oh, and that girl. She told me you spilled your guts out to her. Told her everything. But see, that's when I knew. All I had to do was unlock that monster inside of you. Lala doesn't see it. She sees something else entirely. She doesn't see the monster. Fuck, I don't know. I don't know which one of us is crazier.
So the quiet man, I guess, is his repressed feelings over his mom dying and being abused? I guess? Is that it? So why... Okay. It's kind of hard to talk about this without getting into spoiler territory, assuming that you haven't seen the first playthrough yet. Then how come somebody else dresses up as the quiet man, then? Is it because he knows him? Well, we'll get there soon enough, I hope. But, you know, for being the quote-unquote answered playthrough, this still doesn't make a lot of sense. Also, that guy just punched the air. I seen him.
Shit.
We'll get there soon enough, but, for being answered, it's not answering a whole lot. Oh, it's not letting me punch him now? Okay, what the fuck? Oh, that looked terrible. Man, you want to know how I'm clearing out this whole room of bad guys? That's my square button. Just tapping that square button. Because that's the game. I mean, there are NES games with more depth than this one. There are Atari games with more strategy than this one.
I've been thinking, Dane. About all the shit you've been through tonight. What we've been through for years. It's not your fault. I want you to know that. From the bottom of my heart, I believe you've been a pawn in someone else's game. And if you just stop. Just quit it. Right here and now. We can fix it. We can fix this. Where's Lala? This ain't about Lala! This is about us! I got mad. I know. But shit. We've been family for years. Nothing's ever come between us until tonight. Until her? Please. We can talk it out. It can go back to the way it was. All right, then. Have at it, player.
I mean, he didn't even say anything, so... he just assumed that the answer was no. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to press the L2 button against two guys. Oh my god, these cheap shots, please. Well, I didn't get to see that totally cool animation. I mean, that's sarcasm. It probably wasn't that cool. But we didn't get to see it because the camera's so bad. Oh, really? Oh, let me hit the L2 button if he's gonna be a punk. This is the answer to all life's problems, the L2 button. Oh man, we haven't even gotten to the deep stuff yet. I mean, we kind of have, but we haven't. Like, it gets ridiculous later. I mean, not in a good way, but you know.
Whoa! God damn! I love to watch you work, Dave. Remember who taught you that shit? Huh? Remember. Who taught you how to be a man? When your father turned his back on you. It's confusing you.
So the cop is his dad? Why would he work with his abusive dad then?
Even Isaac. Rest his pony ass in Dominican hell. What's confusing you? I'm the only one that tells you the truth. Hey. You're my dog. You want to survive tonight? Reset the clock. Who put you against me? Hmm? They're your enemies. Not me. Isaac left the back. Isaac left the vacuum. You could be the one to fill it.
Yeah, there are a lot of dramatic pauses.
That fucking pig. Right now. End this shit.
I honestly thought he was the best actor in the game, though. I mean, I think it's a script he's got to work with, maybe?
Let the girl go.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe it's the script. You know, they probably like did the cutscenes to accommodate all these pauses. Like if this was live action, yeah, if this was live action footage, they might not have had as many pauses, but like because this is like
I was the only one that ever loved you.
This is the way they did the cutscenes in game. It's probably meant to accommodate all these super long pauses. And yeah, long pauses don't make good acting. It doesn't make it any more dramatic. It just makes it really drawn out. Like, come on, get to the point, man. Also, that cutscene was basically the exact same thing as the last cutscene. He's basically telling him to stop. Like, stop beating up our guys. Stop trying to get to me. Oh, this encounter. This one sucks.
Never appreciated what you had, Dane. A home.
It's probably the worst encounter in the entire game.
Whatever's up with you and that bitch, I promise you, it wasn't worth it. You broke my damn window. And my damn nose.
It's the same thing as with Isaac, that Dominican guy. You basically just stand and wait for counterattacks. Like, this is all you do. I tap the X button, I tap the square button, that's it. Yeah, he's kind of a manlet. He kind of looks like the budget version of Robert Garcia from Art of Fighting. Yeah, this is really anime. Yeah, it is. Bye, Robert. Actually, that went by better than I was expecting. It's Isaac and that guy are like the worst encounters in the entire game. And that went by better than I was expecting, so that's cool. The counters were actually working.
Lala?
But the truth comes out.
Me. And now I've killed both your parents. I never meant to.
The cop was his dad the whole time? Really? Oh my god.
Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! I wanna be a daddy now. I wanna be a fucking daddy now. This is on you. I need you to understand that. See your mother? That was an accident. Why now? Hmm? Why him? Why this? What the fuck is this?
That's a good question.
See, I understand jealousy, hate, greed. What the fuck is that? What did I do to you? Hmm? I'm sorry. But you gotta put down a rabid dog. Baby. Come here, baby.
Look at these shoes, aren't they nice?
Yeah, I think this is the full cutscene right here.
Look at these shoes. These are... Oh, you're so weak. Look at you, so weak. These are mine. Give me the shoes or I'll shoot. Put the shoes down. I got the cojones to use that. Put them down. No. Come on, man. Put it down. It's not a game, man. You ain't got the cojones to use that. Put them down, man. Nah, these are mine, man. Come on, man. It doesn't end this way. Come on. Put it down.
Come on, kid, trigger discipline. Seriously. But yeah, that's the explanation, is that, Tay or whatever, he was the one who shot him in the first place. He was the one who had the gun.
Save her. This time.
Why does he need to process his pain? He deserves it.
Mr. Ash, what's happened to all of you won't go away. Not unless you confront it. All of it. He's using this quiet man to process his feelings. His fantasy of how that day could have gone.
And so what you're saying, hang on, so you're saying that this quiet man is his idea of a hero. Jesus, that's a fucked up kid.
Sometimes the things that we need the most are the things that are the most frightening.
That's your idea of a hero. And goddamn it, use it. Use it to save her.
Okay, this makes a little bit more sense in the second playthrough now. It's still really stupid, but it makes a little bit more sense.
Is it him again? Quiet man? It's okay. Show me. Yeah. He sounds very strong. He sounds like...
This was dumb the first time. It's not a whole lot dumber now. Or it's a whole... Yeah, it's still pretty dumb.
Everyone dies.
Everyone dies? Really? Come on. So, I'm pretty sure I beat up these guys already, especially this guy in the red shirt. I think this is like the final fight against normal enemies? And after here, it's just like the boss, I think? What is with these cheap shots? Oh my god. Okay. Really? I'm gonna have to abuse the L2 button, because they're getting a lot of cheap shots in on me. And he just kind of throws it. What is with these cheap shots? Oh my god. You know, there's a trophy to beat this game without getting touched a single time. And, I can't imagine actually wanting to go through this game and, like, perfect the combat or whatever. Like, I just can't imagine. What is the camera doing? Oh my god. Like, I like trophies, but that's just not worth it.
Dane?
So basically, the Quiet Man is his coping mechanism for his mom dying. At the risk of sounding insensitive, that is really stupid. That is so dumb. So dumb. And if you thought that this game was like anime before, oh, you will see it come up again real shortly. Oh yeah, it's one of these fights. The ones where you gotta wait around and wait for the counter. Like, please, let me get a hit in. God damn. Okay, wow, I guess I died. Cool. We get reacquainted with one of my least favorite game over screens of all time. Oh, this is so long and very unskippable. So, let's see here. Like, the counters just don't work. Like, I have to counter his moves, but, like, the counters just don't trigger. Because they're so very broken. Like, this is so lame. Oh, come on. Can't grab him either. He's just like, nope. Nope. No. Nope. 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 He just doesn't allow it. But yeah, he's gotta like counter attacks or something, but oh, come on. Seriously? Like, please, just get hit. Even the girl in the corner is just sitting there bored. Oh my god, so boring. Please, just get hit by something. Come on. It's like he doesn't want to get hit by anything. It's like the counters just don't work. There we go. Oh my Like they only work when they want to. It's awful. Just terrible. Oh my god, I'm like I'm trying to do the counters as best I can, and they just aren't coming out. Oh, thank you, video game. Finally. Okay, so here's where it starts to get very anime.
When you play games with people, la la. Break. You see.
She was kind. So soft.
I know. I bet when your dad was an asshole, she didn't have to say anything, and he would just melt.
Love that they put the lamp right in front of the characters.
You are her.
Like, great shot. Jesus.
She plays piano. She died.
You told me.
Robin never loved me.
You told me.
I wish you were her. I wish I could save you.
I wish you could save us both.
Here comes the anime. Yeah, so this game starts dipping into the supernatural, and it never comes back to it again. Like, right now, it's like supernatural shit, right? Like, he's really some monster or something. Like, he's actually like some sort of monster. But then it stops, and the game never answers it. The game never answers why he does this. Also, you're gonna see that animation a lot. Because we gotta beat up a bunch of dudes on this roof. As the graphics don't really know what to do. I mean, just look at him, come on. He's so anime. I don't know if there's a way to do this. I think it's pretty easy. I mean, this story was grounded in reality until this happened. And you just gotta beat up these dudes until they eventually stop. Is there anyone else? Oh, here he is. Oh no, you punched me! Oh, how will I ever recover? And guess what I'm doing for all of this? It's the same thing I've been doing the rest of the game, just tapping the square button. So that's all there is to this game. Still, just tapping the square button. Yeah, she's just kind of standing there going, wow, my hero. He's gonna try this again. Damn, backhand. Oh, he's gonna square up. It's not gonna matter because we can just mash the square button. Take him out the same way as everyone else. Get to see this animation again and again and again. Oh man, see this animation for a third time. Oh, how does he do it? How does he take it? 3 times in a row. And then we go back to a live action cutscene, so they can't really do the anime look anymore.
You're my brother.
Oh man, it's those cutscenes we seen 2 hours ago. Oh, that's so goofy. Oh, it's not over yet. It's not over just yet. It's close.
Stop. Stop. It's over. We're free, Dane. You don't have to be the quiet man anymore.
I killed her. I killed her.
How did he kill his mom? He had nothing to do with it. How is he harboring all this guilt upon himself? It makes no sense.
Please. Don't.
Oh, he's got spit on his chin. Aww.
It hurts without him.
in.
I can't. Why can't I hear? What? Why can't I hear? Why? Why?
Dude, you can hear. Come on, we've been over this like 3 million times.
You don't need to. Please.
If you couldn't hear, you wouldn't be having this conversation right now. It's so misguided as to whether he's actually deaf or not. Oh, and by the way, that whole anime nonsense of him turning into a monster, that never comes up again. That never happens again.
You're him. You took her. I'm going to keep her safe. I am going to save her.
It's over. I'm safe. Why are you doing this? Leave him alone.
No, this has to happen, Lorraine. It's time.
Wait. Why did you just tell the girlfriend his mom's name? Oh my god. So is his girlfriend and his mom the same person? Like, are they actually the same person?
I pushed you too far, Dane. I brought back the quiet man, but you have to bury him forever. You want her! I wanted revenge on Isaac and Tay. Didn't you? Don't you? You want me dead! I want you whole.
Oh my god. Oh, this looks terrible. Oh, I remember what you do for this boss fight. You literally just hit the square button until he eventually gets hit. Because I think this is the very end of the game. Eventually he gets hit. Yeah, like that. Eventually he just starts taking hits. So what, do they both see his mom in his girlfriend? Because that's really weird, man. I don't like it.
I want to make up for what I did. I was a shitty husband, a worse father than you. I wanted to change. I want to change. No more games in the dark, Dane. You've lived there for too long.
Oh god.
Please, let it
His
go.
dad's reasoning is terrible. I was a shitty dad and a shitty husband, so I'm going to kill you now. This is terrible. I can't let you have, like, this inner superhero, this coping mechanism. I can't allow you to have a coping mechanism, so I'm going to have to kill you. Oh, this is so stupid. Oh, this is actually worse answered than it was when it was, like, deaf. Oh my god.
Honey, it's okay.
I am certain that is the exact same actress. Like, they must have done that on purpose, but it just makes it look like his girlfriend is his mom, and that just makes it worse. Oh, this game.
Shit. I'm sorry, Dane.
And yeah, I think that's the end of the game. I think this is the credits. Pretty sure this is the credits sequence. Unless they add something else.
What to say when the right words fail to find the light of day? Oh, when everything is lost and mixed feelings seed a hurricane of hearts, 'cause the trouble with
Yep, that's the game.
is the trouble with me, as the weeks and months and years drag
And she
on
finally
with me
sings, because I guess she had a problem with singing earlier.
Oh, to live, to smile, do we have to raise the dead? You know far too much regret hangs off your head. In the time that it takes for a smile to cross the room, in the time that it takes to be finally understood, in the time that it takes from being one of us to do, is the time it takes to make the brave to win at life again. Stargazer, storm chaser.
Oh, you didn't like it? Oh, imagine being me having played this game twice.
But will the true cost ever be known? Can I even begin to comprehend what you must have been through? You're still tunneling dirt to escape the hurt. And the time that
Oh, there's Budget Robert Garcia.
to be finally understood, and the time that it takes from being one of us to do, is the time it takes to make the brave to win at life again. How far will you go? This calls for drastic
Oh no, this was in the memory of someone? Oh no.
Can somebody mediate? 'Cause your love comes across as hate. These pieces just
Oh no. You know, I feel so much worse actually paying attention to the credits and seeing that this game was in the memory of someone. Oh. I have now ripped this game a new one twice. And, it's for someone who died. Oh, this is new. This is new.
We really gonna try for round 2? Old man?
Game if you are. Son.
Wait, he just forgave him? They just forgive each other? After how abusive he was to him as a kid? And after he tried to kill him for having a coping mechanism? What? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, this game. I didn't think it would find another way to piss me off, but it did. To be... Oh my god. Well... Oh my god, I am without words. Oh yeah, the achievement. So yeah, that was added post-patch. There's literally a patch to get, the true second playthrough, because they only added the second playthrough, as part of a patch. But now that I am officially done the Quiet Man, which means I can close this shit, which means I can delete this shit, and I am free. I am free from the Quiet Man. I think. There we go. No more Quiet Man. Alright. So, thank you so much for coming out to the stream. Thanks for watching the original Def playthrough. Thanks for watching the Answered playthrough. Thanks for putting up with the Quiet Man. Thanks for checking out the VOD. Thanks for checking out the stream. And, yeah, until next time. Peace.